This is day 4 and today we'll be discussing about movement perception. In the last two videos we discussed about depth perception and distance perception. I'll give you those videos in the bottom of the description. You can check it out. This is a different topic now, not related to the last topic. This is movement perception. By name you might thought that, oh yeah, this is perception related to movement, moving objects. So this topic is divided into four subtopics, which is retinal motion, motion after effect MAE, induced movement, apparent movement, or stroboscopic motion. Now let's see movement perception. How do we know if a car is coming towards us or moving away from us? So this is introduction. This is introduction. So yeah, normally we have a question. How do you know? How do we all know that a car is coming towards us or it is moving away from us? That's where movement perception comes in. It is our ability to judge the direction and speed of a moving object. This kind of a definition, you have to remember the second point, which is important. Movement perception is our ability to judge the direction and speed of a moving object. Psychologists have tried to answer the questions on movement perception using following four factors. These are those four subtopics which I just showed you. Retinal motion. When an object moves, its image on retina also moves. This movement of retinal image is detected by special visual neurons which are sensitive to change in motion and direction. In this way, we perceive the movement. Not we, the movement. Perceive the movement. When an object, so what this topic by name you might understand retinal motion, something related to moving. You can also remember this topic by its name. Retinal motion means you can remember it as uh, object the a retinal image of a moving object. It also moves. When an object moves, its image on the retina also moves, and this movement of retinal image is detected by special visual neurons. You have to remember this important word. So, special visual neurons. These special neurons are sensitive to change in motion and direction. So this movement of retinal image, it is detected by these neurons. In this way, you and all of us perceive the movement. Motion after effect MAE. Now this topic might sound a little bit complicated, but it is as easy as the last topics we saw. It is small and easy. If you fixate your gaze on a moving object for some time and then fixate your gaze to a stationary object, then stationary object will be perceived as moving in opposite direction to the original moving object. Now you might have experienced it as well. Many of you might have experienced it as well. When you stare at a moving object with full concentration for some time, and then you with full concentration for some time, and then you fixate your gaze to a stationary object, then you will find that the stationary object is moving in the opposite direction to the original moving object. This is what this topic is trying to say. Induced movement. When a smaller stationary body is surrounded by larger moving body, then smaller body is perceived to move in the direction opposite to the larger body. Due to this phenomenon, we perceive this is an example. We perceive moon as moving when it is surrounded by slowly moving clouds. The first point explains what this topic is trying to say. This topic is trying to say that when a smaller stationary body, when it is surrounded by larger moving bodies, now this a smaller stationary body, a body which is small and stationary, it is surrounded by larger moving bodies. It is surrounded by bodies which are larger, way larger than it. Then smaller body is perceived to move in the opposite direction of the larger body. So you might perceive that smaller object which is stationary moving in the opposite direction of that larger body which is in motion. Due to this phenomenon, we perceive moon as, that is the reason why whenever you look at moon, for example, you can imagine this image. Whenever you see this image, for example, if you look at clouds for some time, you might observe that those clouds move. So that is the reason why whenever you look in the sky to the moon, you might find moon moving in the opposite direction of those clouds. Apparent movement or stroboscopic movement. First given by Gestalt theories, Wertheimer 1912. I will give you the video at the bottom of the description about Gestalt principles as well. I would recommend you to watch that video. Gestalt principles are also easy; they are not hard. So Gestalt principles were given by Max Wertheimer, Wolfgang Kohler, and Kurt Kofka. So Wertheimer is also one of them. So this the topic was given by by a person named Wertheimer, who also gave Gestalt principles. First given by the Gestalt theories, Wertheimer. In this phenomenon, when stationary stimuli are presented in succession, it is perceived in a motion. This phenomenon is used to explain movement perception in videos. So you have to remember this. Who gave this particular theory? It was given by a person who gave Gestalt principles, which is Wertheimer, 1912. In this phenomenon, when stationary stimuli are presented in succession, so this phenomenon states that when a stationary stimuli, they are presented in succession, you perceive it in a motion. It is perceived in the motion. This phenomenon is used to explain the movement perception in videos. Where it was used, we used this phenomenon is used to explain the movement perception in videos. And that is it for this video. I will give you some time to take screenshot. And I guess that is it for this video. Tomorrow we'll be seeing another topic. Tomorrow will be the day 5, and and as I always say you from the last few videos, subscribe to the channel and on the bell icon so you don't miss out any videos. Because as I told you, for the next 30 days I'll be uploading videos every day. So that is the reason why I'm telling you to on the bell icon so you stay notified when the new video is uploaded every day and you don't forget about it. And leave a like as well. Until then, if you want to leave a like, you can leave a like.